going on, everybody? Welcome back to the West Coast and welcome back to Simulation for the Nation. We're not in a tractor, we're in our little rumbler here today, which, let's be honest, it's a transit van really, isn't it? It's nothing else. I was actually just over at the store there not too long ago, maybe about half an hour ago. And I was picking up a few supplies, picked up some string for the baler, a couple of boxes of grease for all of my machines I'm using at the moment. And something caught my eye, so we're heading back down there to go and pick it up. Now I've actually done two things. I've purchased a set of rollers that we're going to keep on the farm. We're going to have to start using those very soon. As you know, we're trying to get some of next year's crops established already, as it crashed into an awfully high curve there. So we're trying to get that done very soon, so we'll need these rollers quite a lot in the up and coming weeks. But what caught my eye more than anything, as I was down there, there's a very nice shiny tractor and baler which belonged to the dealer. As I was saying that, as I realised I was going the wrong way, so there's a very nice shiny tractor and baler in the yard, and I asked the dealership salesman if that was being used. He said no. So I've done the only logical thing I can, and well, I've stolen it. Really. I am just swinging back in here now. We're going to steal this big guy for the day. I'm going to park my car around the corner. Stop that. And yeah, so we are going to be stealing. This here is a Fendt 826. It's approximately 260 horsepower at the PTO. So nice and big. It's a lot bigger than anything we have at the moment. It is kind of the same. It's the more modern version of the series we're running with, really, which is good. And on the back of it, we're towing a nice new Holland baler, a BB980. So we'll be interested to put that to work, see how it works. It's a little bit. It's not brand new. It would be second hand. I think it's about 3 or 4 years old. It's got about 1,200 bales on the clock apparently, so not too many. But it would be a little bit of a significant improvement from the old crone that we're using, should I ever come around to get it. So we are going to waste no more time. The guys finished baling or cutting the rest of the winter barley this morning, so that's all done. The crops have been let off there, which is good news. So we've got about a day or two to wait before the oilseed rape is ready up at the top there. So we're going to crack on with this, and we'll get this baled up. What I want to do, the next step, is to get this. We're baling up this barley straw. We're selling it again to some of the local dairy farmers, who can hopefully come in and get this cleared pretty soon, all being well. And if they do, then that means we can get right back in with the drill and get it all cleared up. So as you can see, the inside of this Fendt, you can see the remarkable difference in the ergonomic design, and also the manner in which the controls are all situated but connected. So it's all electronic these days, whereas on my Fendt I have, that was kind of the primitive version of the design, so there was a lot less. This joystick wasn't here, for example. It is there on the later 900 series, but not on the 8. That little blue joystick is for the front linkage and their operations. The dial to the right is for the hydraulics for the front and rear. And then you've got your auxiliary hoses, your throttle, the speed in which your links will raise and lower. And on the side you've got a whole load of buttons that control the selection of the gearboxes, the modes we're in, PTO speeds, and various other things. And of course then this whacking big TV screen here which controls everything. So I'm very interested to go and have a play with that. At the moment I can never afford to replace one of my machines with something such as this, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. You never know what comes around, but it certainly would be a nice little machine to bring onto my farm. Go, 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 go. So how are you all doing today? I hope you're all very well. I hope you have. It's been a while, I know, since I've been around, but a lot of work commitments getting in the way, so we've had to kind of hang on and wait until we could get the next video up and running. But I'm happy to say that we are back now. And we'll be able to knock out quite a few in the distant future. There's going to be quite a few potential changes in the offing, so do keep an eye out for that. I will keep you abreast of everything as and when they arrive, but certainly could be very interesting. Overall, I would say that these two look very suited together. The baler shouldn't require too much of the tractor's power, and the tractor has plenty of horsepower in it to, on that branch there, to actually pull this up and down some of the hills we have around here. But what I do need to do... who's parked out there? There we go. So as you can see, we are coming into this field here soon. It's just not quite dry enough, to be honest, at the moment. It kind of scared me off going into it just yet. So we're just going to have to reverse this out of the way a bit. Get this tucked out of the way so we can get in and out, because what I do need to do as soon as we start baling this is let the try and see if I can get the farmer who's hopefully going to buy all this straw off me to come in with, I don't know if he's going to collect it himself or if he wants me to collect it, because I've sold it by the bale. Combine should be sufficiently out the way there. I just had that filling up with diesel this morning. That was an expensive trip, let me tell you. I even really like this coloured mesh on the front of the fence. Looks very good. Particularly if you see any of the black beauties, looks fantastic on those guys. So we're going to get ourselves around the corner here and we'll get some baling. And this field is not going to take too long to get going, in all honesty, and to finish. So that's going to be quite handy. We have got some wheat here that we need to go into at some point, but it's not ready yet. Probably going to be about another week or so for that, I would suggest. The field we're going into now will be direct drilled with oilseed rape as well. So the drill's down at the south end on our own land at the moment, getting tucked into that. So we'll leave that to do its thing. And then once it's finished down there, we'll come up here and we'll get it cracking. So let's have a look at this thing as we get it all unfolded. Might even just drop the wheel down as well. Let's just have a look, see as they're out here. So as you can see in the middle there, you've got the two augers bringing in the feed into the middle, and then you've got two different rows of choppers. Really try not to get too close to the baler. So you've got the first row that kind of just packs down the swath so it's nice and even feed into the choppers behind it, and then you've got two different rows of discs that are going to chop up that straw before it goes into the compaction chamber in there. Everything is looking very clean and tidy from a mechanical standpoint. It's been meticulously well maintained, which is always interesting and always good to see for a baler. And yeah, so we're going to get cracking here. We'll see how we're looking at the end, see how many bales we're going to get off of here. We're in about a 30-acre field, so we should get quite a few, but yeah, we'll get cracking and I'll report back to you at the end. Okay guys, welcome back. We're nearly finished here. It's not going to take too much longer to get pushed through. So far, if we have a look at kind of the two demo machines, I'm more in love with the tractor than I am the baler. The baler's okay. It's making good work of this very light barley straw, which you'd expect it to. I don't like the way it's dropping the bales off the back. It's getting quite a thump on the floor. I think that could be improved. I don't think if we were to put this into any heavier ground, any slightly wet silage for example, I don't think it's going to go very well in my opinion. So I'm not sure about this. We might lay off the baler for a while, but the Fendt, the Fendt is fantastic. There's nothing I'm not having to work the tractor here. I put it into its cruise control. We're doing about 12k, and it's 12 miles an hour, so that's probably getting on for about 18k, and it's cruising, absolutely cruising. When you consider it, we've got the baler on the back, which always has at least one full baler bale in the chamber and one being made. When we're going, this field has a slight hill in it, as you can see, and it's like it's not even there. It's irrelevant. With the vario box on this Fendt, it just automatically changes through the gears as it needs to, and it's so smooth as well. It's a seamless transition. If I was to be using this for any work that required any shorts, for example, if I'm doing anything like such as drilling, for example, where I might need to do 3-point turns at the end, or a quick shuttle round at the end on the plough, for example, the change of direction through the joystick here is perfect. So quick, very simple, very easy and efficient to drive. No point you feel like you're starting to wear yourself out at all, which is always good if you're in a long day in the saddle, which is great. Fuel economy wise, we're doing very well. We've barely even dipped the tank again, so this does have AdBlue. The tank for the AdBlue is just hidden behind that column, but it does have AdBlue there, which increases the efficiency of the fuel consumption, so that is good. So overall it's a fantastic tractor. Now this one has several hours on the clock already, but all that would do would make it a little bit easier to purchase if and when the time was right. But no, overall it's a stunning tractor, very nice, and like I say, more than adequately suited for this baler. But it could do any job that I would have on the farm right now effortlessly, to be honest, without a single hitch. So that's something that is always very, very pleasing, really. For now though, we're just about finished the field here. I'm just going to lift up the hitch on the back, disengage the baler. So I've been on the phone or attempted to get on the phone to the man who's going to buy the straw. Waiting for a phone call back from him, so we might get one shortly just to figure out what's going on. But for now, we're going to leave the field like this. If I really have to, what I could do, I might see the landowner here to see if I can lead the bales out the field and just put them next door here onto the grassland. I don't know if he has any intentions or desires to bale this grassland. We'd have to check with that. However, we're making some steady ground, as I mentioned. This is going to be quite a short video. We're just going to crack on with this. We're waiting now for the oilseed rape to dry up sufficiently, and we'll get on with that. I've got one of the guys down at the other end drilling oilseed rape, so they are making some nice progress. But for now, that is us done here. This is one of our trailers that's kind of parked out the way. Needs to wash a bit, but we'll get to that at some stage. Yeah, but for now I am going to just stop here and fold up the baler, and we will see you on the other side. So as always, thank you very much for watching. As I did mention, be sure to check out the Facebook page and also the FS UK links in the description below, because there's going to be several changes coming up hopefully over the next few weeks. Well, next few days, hopefully, if it all goes to plan. If it does, then do keep an eye out for that, because it could be something pretty good for all concerned. Until then, though, enjoy what you're doing. Do stay safe. I have been Simulation for the Nation. If you have got any comments, please do leave them below. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button for more from me. Until next time, happy farming.